We hit record. All right, you guys, happy Tuesday. Thanks for those of you who have hopped on and those of you who are catching the replay. You guys, replays are just as important as live Zooms. Like, it's always great to be on the live because, you're present, you're there, you're functioning. But at the same time, if you're someone who cannot hop on the main Zoom, replays are just as important. And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. First, let's go over couple of things. First thing, Thrivepalooza, still happening, still coming up. If you, I will say this, if you and Rachel, this is mostly directed at you. If you have potentials that are in that area, we're going to sit down and have dinner as a team. Like, invite those potentials. Like, we can turn this into a mini Thrive event, even if they're not going to conference. That's totally fine. We've been doing that in Las Vegas here. We've just been getting together once a month, and it's not even necessarily Thrive related. Like, yeah, we're there and like we're going to give samples to the waiters and stuff like that. And if someone brings a potential, that's wonderful, but it's really just great for us to get together, just as humans. So if you have Thrivers who are near you, Michaela's kind of been handling our local get-togethers that we've been doing here, but like I said, it's really nothing fancy. Like, we literally just pick a day and a time and we show up. So if you're somewhere where you have Thrivers who are local to you, I really, really encourage you to do it, because even just on a human to human basis, it's good for us to sit down and just hang out with each other. I honestly, I can't thank Michaela enough for taking the time to do it, because frankly, it's just so refreshing to be around other adults. And like I said, it's not really about Thrive. It's Thrive's what brought us together, but we're just there to hang out. So anyway, if you're in if you're coming to Thrivepalooza, or you have people who are local to Thrivepalooza, we are going to get together. So bring people to that. Thrivepalooza tickets have not sold out yet. Okay, tickets have not sold out yet. So if you are still on the fence and you're still kind of like, I don't know if I can make it work, make it work. I know that sounds like, easier said than done, but make it work, because even if you caught a red eye flight to get there at Friday evening, Polly literally rolled up to the party last year with her suitcase because her flight had been delayed. So that is possible. It is a viable option if you would like to go that route. I'm not sure Polly recommends it, but she did do it. So, but
I actually got changed in the airport bathroom. Literally, I changed in the airport bathroom.
Didn't you take your suitcase to the piano bar too?
Yes. Yes, because I didn't have anywhere to go. It was ridiculous. You do what you got to do, guys.
You do what you got to do. But that being said, just show up. If you decide the week before, shoot, if you decide 2 days before and catch a super cheap flight, just make it happen. Like, don't allow yourself to have that. I'm one of those people that gets travel anxiety. I don't know if anybody else gets that, where it's like, oh shoot, there's $100 flight to such and such. Like, I should probably just do that. There were so many times in college when it's like, oh, there's $100 flight to Cancun. Like, maybe I should just like do that. And I'd be like, no, the world will end if I do. This is one of those things. Just put your big girl panties on and make it happen, because it will be absolutely transformational, not only for your business, but just you as a person. Like, truly. I think Thrivepalooza last year was one of the first times that we got together as a team. Like, I had gone to Brittany's retreat and Casey was at Brittany's retreat, but this was the first time that we had got together as like a team. And it really does. It's like a full circle moment. It's important. It's powerful. It's important. And then Thrivepalooza itself is amazing. Okay. So Thrivepalooza still on the calendar, still happening, still tickets available. I have notes. I better pull them up because I had a lot to talk about. I want to, and I know you all know this. I know most of you have tried the new Pink Pro collagen. It's delicious. But the second thing is you guys, I'm discovering collagen is incredibly popular. First and foremost, shout out to our company for always being ahead of the curve. I don't know how they do it. I think they have an ear to the ground at all times, and they just somehow know what is going to be the next big wave in nutraceuticals. We were the first ones to have amino acids with Sculpt. We were the first ones to have carb blockers with Treat Meal. Like we just always are the first and the best. And I think that's where we are with collagen as well. I kind of wondered that. I was like, why are we releasing collagen drink and collagen gummies when we already have a peptide and we have a gel? Like, why are we doing all of this collagen? But I'm discovering people need collagen and they want collagen, and it's becoming more commonly known that you need collagen. So not only for the age group that I would say is 40 and older, where your doctor is telling you that you need to get collagen for your muscles and your joints and all of that stuff. Even people our age, if you open up a Cosmopolitan magazine, they're talking about collagen. If you turn on the television, what's the skincare company? Neutrogena, is that the skincare company? They have commercials. I saw one literally yesterday. They have a commercial about collagen. They have a new face serum that has collagen in it. Collagen is going to be a hot button word in the next year, I'm sure of it. And guess what? We have 4 different kinds of collagen to address different kinds of needs. If you didn't see the support ticket, you can do the Pink Pro drink 3 times a day. Okay, so if you just want to do Pink Pro all day long, go for it. Personally, I think it's my favorite drink mix that we've ever made. It's hard for me to replace Thirst at the top of my list, but I think Pink Pro has replaced Thirst. And the gummies are so incredibly digestible. If you have an elderly customer on your customer list, you need to be reaching out to them about the collagen gummies. First of all, they're only $30. 2, they're incredibly digestible. And 3, people who are elderly especially need collagen. That is an amazing product for people who are aging rapidly, right? If you have an elderly person on your customer list, I would be sending the information about the collagen gummies to them and just saying, this is something that is incredibly important for our overall wellness. I thought it's something you might be interested in. I've tried them. They're great. They're very easy to take. It's just a little gummy that you do in between meals, easy peasy, and they're only $30 for a month supply, right? Great price point, great product, great results. Love it. Okay, moving on. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up because for some reason I have this feeling about collagen, and it's just really great that we have all of it available. Okay. I have a lot of things that I want to talk about, but I want to preface everything that I'm saying, and I hope a lot of people are catching the replay. I'm going to put an emphasis on the replay. I'm proud of you guys for being on the live, but the stuff that we're talking about tonight, people need to catch the replay. So you need to get this to your teams. Also, I'm just trying to get comfortable because it's that time of the month and I cannot get comfortable. I'm literally sitting on a heating pad right now. That being said, everything that we're talking about tonight, I need you to take it in context and I need you to digest it for yourself. Okay? I'm not coming at anyone sideways. I am not trying to be aggressive and I am not trying to call anyone out. Okay? We just all need to be on the same page about that in general. So, give me a 1 in the chat if you're like, I will not take it personally. Scout's honor. I will take this and digest it and move forward accordingly. Okay? Because not everything is going to apply to everyone. Some things might sting a little because they will apply to you, and some things you may need to sleep on. Okay? I had time today to process what I was feeling, and I wrote it all down, and I was very proud of myself for writing it all down. And I have notes, so I'm going to stay on track, but these are important things and we need to digest them individually. So, first things first, very simple. Payday posts are important. I don't know why we have gotten bad about payday posts. Even I have gotten bad about payday posts. And I don't know why. And I started thinking about a couple different reasons. Okay, well, first of all, when you're first starting out, I remember payday posts were really scary because you felt like you weren't earning enough income to make a difference. Okay, got it. That's one reason. Two, maybe you were at the top of your game 6 months ago and you're disappointed in your paydays now. So you don't want to post about it because you feel like you can't post about it until you're back to that point where you're earning X amount of dollars a week because that's where you want to be. That could be reason number two. Reason number three is frankly, you're just not prioritizing it. For some reason, it doesn't feel important to you. Okay, so there's lots of different reasons. But here's the deal. One, you need to make the payday post or go live about it. I don't care. It doesn't have to be a post. You can talk about it in your stories. You can go live. You can make a post, whatever you want to do. We need to make the posts in general. Okay. And I'll go into that in just a second. Two, when someone shares in a chat to go like and comment on a payday post, yes, go and like and comment on that payday post. But I will say this. It's also important to post pictures in the comments that show you celebrating payday, or maybe you and your family celebrating payday. I'll give an example. Christy made a great payday post not long ago, and I went and commented on her payday post with a picture of my payday post, which was a full shopping cart of groceries with a little overlay of the your commissions have transferred. And I said in my comment on Christie's payday post, this has been absolutely transformational for us as a family of 5. This company continues to bless us. And that is strategic. Okay. Going on to someone's payday post and just saying, yay, doesn't do anything. Yes, it's a comment. Yes, it might boost the algorithm a little bit. But the purpose of commenting on people's posts, especially payday posts, is that the people who are watching those comments, silently lurking in the comment section, there may be someone on Christy's friends list who doesn't directly relate to her, but they might relate to me. She might have a young mom of 3 kids on her friends list. And when she sees my full cart of groceries that my Thrive commissions paid for, because they dang sure did, that's going to resonate with her. Okay. Polly's student loans might not resonate with all of her people on her friends list, but Christy being able to, go to the chiropractor and take her rancher husband to the chiropractor, that could resonate with someone on Polly's list. Okay. Give me a 2 in the chat if you're picking up what I'm dropping. People need to see people like them benefiting from this. Okay. Maybe it paid for a box of diapers. Maybe it paid for formula. Maybe it paid for a new outfit for a toddler. Okay. Maybe it paid off a credit card. Maybe you were in tremendous credit card debt a year ago and now it's less and less and less because of Thrive. Hopefully you're seeing my point here. Not only are we just supporting each other and I don't know, kind of half-assing it. Again, some of the stuff I'm going to say tonight, it might be a little bit harsh, but just going to someone's payday post and saying, yay, that's half-assing it. And I've called myself out on it too. We can't just half-ass it. Okay, we have to show up for our team because in reality, we represent a different demographic. Every single one of us is doing something different with our commissions, whether our commissions was $15 or $50 or $500. It does not matter. Every single one of us is doing something different with it. We need to represent those different demographics. So one, you need to make the payday post. If you have not made a payday post yet today, your job is to immediately go make one after this Zoom. Okay. I don't want you to do it now because I want you focused 100% right here, but write a sticky note and stick it on your forehead so that you don't forget, because if you've not made a payday post, you absolutely need to. And then you're going to share it in the group chat and we're all going to go like it. Okay. And frankly, here's the other thing. I know I used to share that graphic a lot where it was like, $15 a week for a whole year, like adds up to like $1,200 at the end of the year or something like that. A lot of times we look at our commissions and we go, oh gosh, like I wish that it was what it was last week, or I wish it was what it was a month ago, or gosh, I can't wait till my paydays are X amount of dollars. It's good to have goals. And it's good to kick yourself in the butt and look back on times that were a little bit more flush and work towards that. But the reality is we don't know what people are dealing with in their lives. Putting fuel in your car is astronomically expensive right now. It's disgusting how expensive it is. Okay? An extra $15 might get someone from point A to point B. Okay? Groceries are expensive. I swear to you, I cannot walk out of a grocery store for under $200. And we're pretty dang frugal. Okay? I mean, it's insane the cost of living right now. $20 might make it so a mom doesn't have to cook dinner and can take her kids to go get Happy Meals. If that's going to put a smile on someone's face, I'm here for it. Okay? So your commissions, if you don't feel like they're enough, frankly, in my opinion, that is you almost being kind of selfish, because you're making it about you. And yes, they are your commissions. But frankly, when I started this opportunity 3 years ago, $15 in commissions on my little Payoneer debit card was awesome. I would take myself to go get a chai latte. And I would feel good about that because I was spending my money that I had earned, and I was proud of that. And I was also proud of it because I wasn't spending the money on the products, because I was getting those for free as well. My monthly Thrive, right? There's so many things that if you get caught up in the me game, you forget what the small things mean to someone who might be watching. When I first started, I thought diapers were so expensive. I still think they're so expensive. When I had my little Payoneer debit card and it paid for the diapers and the wipes that I needed, it was a weight off of my chest. When I was able to take my family out to go get those Happy Meals and didn't have to feel guilty about spending money, that was a weight off of my chest. Those things are important. Okay. Give me an amen in the chat if you're understanding what I'm saying. Whether you are caught up in the me game, or you're just like, yep, I understand. Okay. Again, some of these things are going to hit some of you differently, and you need to digest it personally in the way that it applies to you. Okay. Some of you are already doing an incredible job of doing this, but I know for a fact there are quite a few of us who are dropping the ball because we're caught up in the me. Do I wish that I could go back and be getting my $40,000 bonus checks every month? Bet your ass. But does that negate the commissions that I got today? No. Those commissions today helped with a hospital bill that I was not expecting, and just about made my heart drop when I saw it. So am I going to sit here and mope because I'm not getting the paychecks that I was getting 6 months ago when I had a $40,000 bonus? Or am I going to be grateful for what I have today because I know what it feels like to be able to pay off a hospital bill without having to, essentially put it on a credit card? Perspective. It's important. It's important. Okay. So again, your homework, put the sticky note on your forehead, to go do your payday post. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of expecting Polly to like pop up on her camera with a sticky note on her forehead, because Polly's the one that would do that. Okay. All right. We've covered that. Okay. So Cynthia was the only one who hopped on. As far as I know, Cynthia was the only one who hopped on Lisa's 200K Zoom today. And I understand. I understand that a lot of you have 9-to-5 jobs. A lot of you have a lot of things going on. I get that. Now, there is a replay. And if someone reminds me when we get off of this and when I get done doing my live with Christy, I will go find that replay for you guys. And I will post it because one, everyone who was on that Zoom said it was incredible. The top leaders chat was blowing up about how awesome that Zoom was. So you need to watch it. But okay. I heard a child screaming, but it's just Ivy being aggressive, so that's nothing new. If you cannot catch a live of a Zoom, there are hundreds of Zooms that are pre-recorded. Hundreds. Okay, maybe Brittany didn't record her Zoom that week. Okay, so what? Go find one that was recorded. Okay, what are you doing with your time that you do have? And there's a small child knocking on my door. Lisa's Zoom today, it really struck me that there was only one person on that, because it tells me, and for those of you who have 9-to-5 jobs and are not able to plug in, this doesn't necessarily apply to you. Okay, take it with a grain of salt. But those of us who could have been on, why were we not? Why were we not? And if that's the case, why have we not already? So maybe you did have a valid excuse. Why have you not already gone to find the replay? Sorry, I can't concentrate until Oscar is obtained by his dad, who is probably putting them in jammies. The bottom line is this. Your desire has to be bigger than your excuse. And excuse is a harsh word, because like your job is not necessarily an excuse, but it is something that's hindering you from being as present with this business as maybe you want to be, or maybe you should be. Okay, so excuse is maybe a hard word, but my point is that the desire has to be bigger than that. If you are at a 9-to-5 job and you cannot hop on Lisa's 200K Zoom, you should be searching for that replay and listening to it on your way home from work. Okay, they're usually on YouTube. Okay, the desire has to be there to fill your time with things that will open your eyes and open your mind into growing this opportunity. You guys, I know I've said this over and over and over again, and I will not stop saying it. When I came back to this business, so it was essentially 2 years ago. Essentially 2 years ago, I came back and I had no network anymore. Most of my customers were gone. Christy was the only person who was promoting for the team. She was redlegging me. I had to build from the bottom. And when I came back, the only thing that I could think to do was listen to Zooms. And I'm not just talking about being on every Zoom that I could be on. I mean, when they had lunch and grows, I was on those lunch and grows with a notebook. When Lisa did her 200K Zoom, I was on that 200K Zoom with a notebook. But I was not only doing that, I was finding them on YouTube. Lisa K. Fuller has a YouTube channel. She has Zooms from 8 years ago. I was listening to those. I was listening to Maria Dillard's old Zooms. I was going into the cloud office and I was listening to the actual trainings. So if you go into your cloud office and go to documents and downloads, there's training videos. There's a training center. And in those, there's like professional presentations from promoters. I used to go in there and I would pull those up and I would watch those. The only thing that I could think to do to grow my business was to just plug in And so that's what I did. Any moment that I had to plug in, I was plugging in. Your desire has to be bigger than the excuse. The desire has to be bigger than the excuse. We all have things, you guys. We all have things. I'm not saying that we don't all have things. I have plenty of things, trust me. Okay? My husband wasn't always, my husband was never negative about this, but my husband was not always like fully present and understanding of like taking the kids. Yes, he would do it, but like try to convince a rancher to come home before dark to watch the kids, like what? Like that didn't make sense to him. So what was I doing? I was putting in the earbuds. I was doing it while I was cooking dinner. Okay, I was getting kids in jammies with earbuds in my ears. That's just what I was doing to grow this business. If you want mailbox money, you got to put in the legwork right now. You might have to make some sacrifices. You might have to miss a couple Netflix episodes and sit down with a pen and a paper and watch a replay of a Zoom instead. What's more important? What's more important? Are you willing to do the work? I have to keep looking at my notes so that I don't just go totally off the rails here. A couple things to consider. Not only are you plugging into Zooms, are you watching the replays, are you filling your mind with the positivity and the motivation that you need? I talked about this last week, but I'll talk about it again. Are you doing your 3 posts a day? Is one of those posts Thrive? When was the last? I would challenge you. You can do it right now, even while I'm talking in the background. Go to your Facebook timeline or your Instagram timeline. When was the last time that you posted about Thrive? If it wasn't within the last 24 hours, there's a problem. Every 24 hours, you should have at least one Thrive post. And yes, there are quite a few of you on here who do have a Thrive post up, and I'm proud of you. I'm very glad. But I'm just saying, how are people going to know about the experience unless you're talking about the experience? How are people going to know about the pay opportunity if you're not talking about the commissions? How are people going to know you have samples if you're not talking about samples? How are people going to know that we have collagen unless you're talking about collagen? You get my point. When was your last Thrive post? When was the last time that you sent thank you notes? I know I haven't done it in a really long time, and that's embarrassing. My network is nowhere near big enough that I have the excuse to not send thank you notes. But I can't remember the last time that I sent thank yous. I know it was before Christmas. Why have I not prioritized that? I don't know. Reality check. Reality check. These things are important. When was the last time you did that? When was the last time that you went live? When was the last time that you, I'm just thinking of IPAs off the top of my head. When's the last time you did a vision board? Did you do a vision board at the beginning of the year? If you didn't, you better get on it. When's the last time that you checked your reports? When's the last time that you talked about thriving for free? You guys get the point. But we cannot expect the results if we're not doing the work. And there are a lot of us who are not doing the work that we know works. And that doesn't make any sense. Another one that popped up into my head today, and it's the last thing I'll say about this. If you have the opportunity to either go live in your stories or go live on your feed or post a great selfie early in the morning, you need to be doing that. Daylight savings is killing people. It's miserable. It sucks. I'm still waking up at 5:30 in the morning and it sucks. Without my 3 steps, oh my God, I can't even imagine it. Daylight savings time is killing people, especially people who are still having to get kids up for school or still having to go to work in the dark. Okay. Sure, we get more daylight at the end of the day. Woo. But getting up in the morning sucks. So why are we not the first ones that are posting first thing in the morning about us doing our 3 steps and talking about how the fact in the first 20 minutes of our day, we have our energy and we're ready to go. Now is a great time to be posting about your morning routine, right? No brainer. No brainer. You should be talking about your morning routine live in your stories, telling people how you mix your shake, telling people how you do your capsules, putting your sunshine sticker on. Okay. And I'll just touch on this. I'm going to change gears a little bit. Are you waking up? I'm changing gears a little bit, so just come with me on this. Are you waking up with the intention of doing a task, and are you making the task non-negotiable? Because I can tell you there were times in my business where I would wake up with the intention of signing a new customer and I would make it absolutely non-negotiable. It didn't matter what it was going to take. By the end of the day, before I went to bed, I was going to sign a new customer, or I was going to send out a mini experience, or I was going to, XYZ, whatever it was. And I made it absolutely non-negotiable. Did it always happen? No. But you bet your butt that I worked with that intention all day long. Are you setting intention for yourself and for your day? Are you thriving for free? And I'm not talking about repeat auto ship customers. In my opinion, yes, that's thrive for free, but in my mind, that's not thrive for free. Thrive for free is 2 new customers every month. That's the bare minimum as far as I'm concerned. Okay? Bare minimum. Are you thriving for free? If you are not thriving for free, the next 5 days or however many days we have left in this month, that needs to be your intention when you wake up in the morning. I'm going and getting 2 new customers. What am I going to do to get 2 new customers? Don't worry about what else is happening out there. Focus on that goal. Focus on that intention. Make that happen. And I promise you, you will do better follow-ups. You will do better research, reach outs. You will make better posts. Trust me, if you have a specific intention, you will make it happen. If your intention is to sign a new promoter by the end of the month and you hyper focus on that goal, I promise you, you will make better payday posts. I promise you, you will make posts that apply to people who want the business opportunity. You will have it in your stories every single day if you are hyper focusing on that thing. Okay? We cannot. I was thinking about this whole concept of excuses. And there are so many people on our team that have thrown the excuse out the window. Rachel Handley. If you have not heard Rachel Handley's story, Rachel Handley is a sideline sister of ours. She was, her family was directly affected by the Paradise fires in California in 2017, I think. 2017, 2008, maybe it's 2018. Literally the entire town of Paradise, California, and it's not a little town. It was a big town. Okay, gone. Literally gone. An entire city gone because of a fire. They literally lost everything. They were homeless. They had no money. Her husband was working odd jobs, just trying to keep the lights on type thing. It was horrific what they were going through as a family. She found the Thrive opportunity. She did not have money to get a kit. She didn't even have money to get a 3-month supply or a month supply. No money. None. Stephanie Grotchick sent her a 3-day sample and told her to promote the shit out of it. That's what she told her. She said, you get this 3-day sample. I want you talk about it every single morning. I want you to take pictures with it. I want you to go live multiple times a day talking about how much energy you have, because that's what's going to happen. I want you to talk about blah, 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 blah. Not only was she thriving for free within like 24 hours, she hit her VIP 800 in like 2 days, VIP 1600 in like a week. Rachel Handley has never paid for product. She started out with $0 to spend. The only thing that this opportunity has done for her is make her money and get her healthy. That's pretty stinking incredible. That's a pretty big excuse to be able to say, well, I don't have any money to my name. My family is essentially homeless. Like, I can't do this. I can't do this. But instead, that's not what she said. She said, get it in my hands for 3 days and I'm going to make it happen. Do you have that personality? Do you have that personality where your back is against the wall and you're going to fight your way out? Because essentially you need to wake up every single morning with the mentality of your back against the wall. My back is against the wall until I am thriving for free. What am I going to do to make it happen? My back is against the wall until my new promoter hits VIP 800. What am I going to do to make it happen? My back is against the wall until I hit 4K. What am I going to do to make it happen? That mentality is going to teach you how to be resilient and how to be tenacious. Okay? That story to me sums up what this opportunity can do for people. And a lot of us aren't in that position. You know, a lot of us can't even imagine what it's like to be backed into that kind of corner. But a lot of us have the excuses of, well, I have so many responsibilities, or, you know, I'm running my kids back and forth to this, or I have a 9-to-5 job, or, you know, when I get home, I have 15 loads of laundry that I need to get done, yada, yada, yada. Guys, we all have things. I have a lot of things. I have a full-time job. I take the kids into daycare. I take the kids to gymnastics. We're running a ranch out here. I'm in the gym every single day. Like, I have things. Trust me. I have things. Okay? I have my little ranch wife business that I'm trying to grow. I have social media platforms that I'm trying to grow. I have companies that I'm collaborating with because of my social media. But at the end of the day, I still have time to make Thrive posts. I still have time to be in my stories about the 3 steps. Okay, 1, because it's part of my routine. I still have time to do my reach outs. I was doing reach out and some follow-ups while I was waiting for Kenneth to come home and I was getting dinner done. Okay, Brittany. I'll use Brittany as an example too. Brittany has her eyelash business. Brittany just got married, so she was planning an entire wedding for the past year. She's planning her retreat. But go watch Brittany Strike's stories. Guess what she's talking about? The Thrive experience. She has a whole full-blown lash business. She's talking about the Thrive experience every single day. She's posting about the Thrive experience. She's doing the follow-ups. All of those things. Chastity literally unexpectedly lost her husband. Pat passed away. He's gone. There is nothing more earth-shattering than that. And yes, she took time to back off like she absolutely should have. But has anybody noticed that Chas is back? Chas is pouring into her team. She's pouring into her community. She's showing up. She's being present. 1, because this is important to her and we're like family to her. But 2, because she knows it's important and it's valuable. and it gives her purpose and it gives her drive. We all have things, you guys. Is your desire bigger than the things? Are you going to show up and do the do? And maybe I'm just talking in circles, but it really resonated with me today. Do you have the grit to show up and do the work? Do you have the grit to wake up with that mentality of my back is against the wall until X, Y, and Z get done? Do you have that? Because every single one of those examples I just gave you proves that the desire can be bigger than the excuse. It absolutely can. Okay? I'm going to finish with this. We all get overwhelmed. We all get burned out. And we all need a moment. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong is giving up on yourself. Take a deep breath, regroup, reevaluate, make the lists if you're a list person, fill in the calendar if you're the calendar person, sit down with the gratitude journal if you're the gratitude journal person, whatever you need to do to regroup. Take a deep breath, step back and reevaluate, and then get your head back in the game. You have something in front of you that is too big and frankly too easy to not give it your best effort. Okay, we all have bad days, we all have hard days. So I'm not saying every day, but I'm saying that every day that you have the capacity, you need to be stepping up to the plate. You need to be showing up as a leader. And showing up as a leader does not always mean popping into your group chats and saying good morning. Those are important things. But showing up as a leader sometimes is just showing up for you. Doing the things that you know need to be done. Doing the follow-ups that you need to do. Doing the thank you notes that you need to do. Leading is also leading yourself. Because when you lead yourself, people will fall in behind because they will notice the difference and they will notice you showing up. I think that's all I have for you guys. I would say, like I said, you have some assignments. If you have not made a payday post, you absolutely must go make a payday post. And share it in the group chat. Someone remind me to go find Lisa's recording, and I will do that. And I want you, this is what I want you to do. First thing, if you can, I know like Polly, you're driving home, that's fine. If you can, find a piece of paper, find a pencil right now. I mean it, I'm dead serious. Find a piece of paper, find a pencil right now. And I want you to do this before we hop off of this Zoom. So go do it if you got to do it. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to get a piece of paper and a pencil. I don't care if you got kids crawling up your legs. I don't care if the washing machine's overflowing. I don't care if dinner's burning. Go get a piece of paper and a pencil or a pen right now. It's important. I'll give you 20 seconds. You have 20 seconds. And if you want to do this as a list, you can do it as a list. If you want to write it out in sentences, you can write it out in sentences. There's no right or wrong answer, okay? You can't mess this up. You can draw a picture for all I care. I know Michaela's an art teacher, so Michaela, if you need to draw a picture, then draw a picture. That's fine. I want you to picture what you want your life to look like a year from now. Don't worry about what's happening in the world. Don't worry about the rapture. If the rapture happens, it happens. You can't control that. Okay. Don't worry about that kind of stuff. I'm not talking about that. Don't worry about inflation. Don't worry about who's president. Don't worry about what's happening in Russia. Not what I'm talking about. Where do you want to be for your family in a year? Be realistic, but do not stifle your dream. Do you want to be in a new house? Do you want to have no credit card debt? Do you want to be on a family vacation that you've never been able to go on before? Do you want to be 50 pounds lighter? Do you want to have more muscles than you've ever had before in your life? Do you want your hair to be 6 inches longer? I don't care. I don't care what it is. Where do you want to be individually, as a family, as a community member? Where do you want to be 1 year from now? And write it down. I'm going to give you a minute and then we'll finish up. But I'm going to give you a minute to do this. Again, make a list, draw a picture, write out sentences. I really hope you guys are doing this because it's important. I can't see if you're doing it or not. So I'm going to take you on Scout's honor. And maybe when you get it, I can see Rachel's. I see Rachel's. When you get it done and you feel like you have a cohesive idea, maybe drop in the comments what the biggest thing on there is for you, or the overarching theme. Maybe there's like an overarching theme that you're seeing with what you want for your family. But maybe just drop in the chat when you have it. Take your time. I'm sorry that I don't have any soothing background music. Credit card debt paid off. That's a big thing. That's a very big thing. Have a home set up. That's a big thing. Being in limbo is hard. I have lived the gypsy life with my parents and I do not wish it on anyone. Move out of California. So Lexi, I would even challenge you to choose a place. If you have a place in mind, then choose a place. Say, I want to live there. I want to live there. Okay? I want to live in Florida. Make it happen. Make those things happen. Keep them coming. I like seeing these. This actually really helps me, you guys. As a leader, it helps me to know that you guys have goals, because a lot of times I don't get to see. Move to North Carolina, finish school. That's go to. My husband's from South Carolina. It's beautiful up there. North Carolina is beautiful. We used to go up into the mountains there. It's really beautiful. But it really helps me to see your guys' goals, because a lot of times we internalize these things. And I think when we internalize them, we don't actually speak it into existence. We just keep it to ourselves and we think, oh, well, that's not going to happen. 45 pounds lighter and fit. That's a great goal. I cannot tell you how invigorating it is to feel strong. I did a PR at the gym today for bench press. It was 85 pounds. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but it's half my body weight. And I have never had strong arms. I'm so proud of myself. And it's like so invigorating. Wellness goals are important, you guys. You will not feel more powerful. Like money ain't shit, but like being strong, there's just something to that. Let me tell you. I don't care if it's a 4-minute mile or being able to lift 100 pounds, whatever it is, like, whew, it will make you feel incredible to be strong. So you guys, when I ask you to do these things, it's not because, and we should probably do this more often. One, again, I think we internalize, I'm seeing this as these come in, so I am reading them. I think we internalize, and when we internalize, we almost stifle the dream. because we just turn it into a dream, right? It's like this is just like, maybe if it happens, I'll be super excited for myself, but if I don't speak it into existence, then I can't be disappointed if it doesn't happen, right? But here's the deal. All of these things that you put down. So like I'm gonna put this down. Lexi, is moving to Florida important enough for you to prioritize the opportunity that you have in front of you? Is moving to North Carolina important enough to prioritize the opportunity that you have in front of you? Is having a new car for your family important enough to prioritize the opportunity that you have in front of you? Because that's the desire. Your desire is to have these things, to pay off the student loans, to pay off the credit cards, to be fit and strong. Those are the desires. Do you have the grit to show up and put in the work? Because if you have not fully wrapped your head around the fact that this opportunity will do it for you, this opportunity will do it for you. This opportunity is genuinely limitless if you put in the work. It does require work. I'm not saying that it doesn't. If you would have told me 3 years ago that this opportunity would have done what it's done for our family, I would have said, no freaking way. No way. No way. Yeah, maybe I can get my products for free and I can be in the best shape of my life. That's lovely. But like, no way. Maybe I can go on a free vacation every once in a while. No way would it be doing for our family what it's been doing for our family. However, the moment I realized what was available to me, you bet your butt that the desire was there. If all of those things that you listed are not enough for you to prioritize what you have in front of you, the desire's not there. You don't actually want that. You just want to think about it. You just want to think about it. It's a warm fuzzy. It's just a warm fuzzy. This business doesn't deal in warm fuzzies. It deals in action and results. If you want that thing that you wrote down, if you want to be there a year from now, wake up with the desire to make it happen every single day. Put it on a sticky note, write it on your mirror, tattoo it on your arm. I don't care. Prioritize the opportunity that you have in front of you and do the work, and it will work for you. I promise. Okay, we're going to finish it up on that. Christy, we can hop over and go live right now if you want. And someone remind me to find Lisa's Zoom. You guys, I'm proud of you. Keep showing up for yourself and turn the dream into the desire and make it happen.